Lords and ladies, welcome back to more Final Fantasy VII New Threat, finally. So since last time, I have done everything in the Gold Saucer. Maybe saying now, I've even spoke to the woman outside of the Gold Saucer who gives you the most useless item I can think of. Where is it? The Hero Drink Classic, which does absolutely, well, nothing. Now, I did get what I said I'd get from the Chocobo race, and I got one sneak attack material, which I'm quite happy about. Now the solar armlets, this is what I got from, obviously it's 32,000 points I believe it is, in the battle arena. Strength and dex plus 15, absorbs fire. And I did get the nail bat, the ancient debating tool, which comes with a whopping 60 attack but 2 slots no growth. So I'm still sticking with the Force Sailor on Cloud for now. Obviously, solar armlet on Tifa, silver armlet on Aerith for now. Obviously, I did get the wizard bracelet, but the wizard bracelet stats is honestly trash. But I do like the 8 slots it gives. They can be quite useful, give or take. Now, I've done a little bit of backtracking. I'm currently in the Junon area here. Second enemy skill material I've got all geared up. But before we go on an enemy skill hunt, what I wanted to do, apart from the fact and enjoy that I've got a brand new controller to play this with, so no more random turfing about, is I want to go to the wrong part of the river. Wonderful. Well, let's have a look and see what Tifa's doing damage-wise, and we'll see what Cloud can do with his enemy skill with laser. I will go over the fact that Aerith is counter-attacking with Osmos in a minute. I do have magic counter Osmos on Aerith just to keep her MP topped up. It's quite a fun setup to have. On a mage, I don't mind it. It does help, you know, keep MP tip-top shape. Now what I've done here is I've gone to the wrong part of the river. I wanted to be down there. So let's go do that. Because if you remember, there is a man that sleeps in a cave over here that gives you the mithril. Now, what good is the mithril, you might ask? Well, not a lot. Tifa, just attack. Cloud, let's launch a beta. And do I even have anybody set up to heal? I have no one set up to heal. Wonderful. I thought I was missing something off my sets. Healing would be what I'm missing off my sets. Really, Cloud? You couldn't kill that last little thing where it doesn't even absorb fire. Isn't he immune to fire? Yeah, he's resistant to fire. That's why I took 2 beaters. Fair enough, fair enough. Fair enough. So what I want to do now is I want to go up here. So we can go speak to the man in the cave. Because in this version, what are you doing snooping around in here? Well, are you going to wake up and give us anything? So obviously he's referring to, you know, Ball Plume or Mithril. Take them both. So we get the Mithril and the Storm Ring. Now the Mithril obviously key item, same as last time, just a rare ore. Now but what we're really interested in here is the Storm Ring, right? Strength plus 15. Resists bolt and wind and blocks blind and paralysis. It's really good on a physical attacker. I'm putting it straight on Tifa. And I do have 3 cat spells. I did win 3 cat spells from the Chocobo racing as well. I thought I mentioned that. 20 Spirit, restores HP on walk. Don't care about either of them, but the fact that it blocks dual, fantastic. That is why I want that. And I want that. Dual is going to be a real pain in the arse. Mechanic that we're going to have to deal with a couple of bosses, most notably the next one. Yes, most notably the next boss fight. So I'm going to quickly go over my material setup here. Cloud, heal, sail, and time all just boost his magic. Destruct, magic boost. Shiva, magic boost. Manipulate, an enemy skill. Manipulate we're going to be needing because all I'm probably going to be doing in this episode here, apart from maybe visiting Gongaga, is I'm going to show you some new enemy skills that we can get. Tifa, fire, restore gravity, boost her attack. Steel with Ifrit for attack boost. I've got command counter death blow, so she does have a chance of countering with death blow. Aerith, enemy skill Ramu, fire, earth, lightning, and ice. Mostly for the magic boost, and earth because it's a good hard hitting single target attack. And then Osmo's magic counter, every now and then she'll counter attack, and we'll get a little bit of, we'll get a little bit of MP back. Now I did do the latest Fort Condor battle. What did I get for that? I can't remember. Is this what I'm after? No, it is not. I will be right back. These solar armors make fighting some of these enemies so much fun. Yeah, I've done the last Fort Condor battle, but I can't for the life. Oh wait, it was a fairy ring. I think I got another fairy ring. Yes, we've got 2 fairy rings now. 2 fairy rings now. We've got another one from the last Fort Condor battle. So I am looking for a particular. There it is. Zealot is who I am after here. So we can go and do away with all these other little dweebs here. And manipulate a Zealot. I should really have the Hypno Crown on Cloud. Do we even have the Hypno Crown yet? Do I have access to the Hypno Crown? Hypno Crown? Jesus Christ, Thomas, learn to speak. Could take a minute to get it manipulated. Now, one thing I do want to say, one thing that I have done now for this, is I have actually increased my steel odds and my morph damage. Just so I can try and get through some of the boss fights and other fights a bit quicker. There is a lot of enemies a lot of bosses I want to steal from, a lot of bosses I want to morph as well. Really, really good items, accessories and weapons. Aerith, can you heal us? There we go, we got the manipulate up eventually. Thankfully this is the only one on this side, and we want White Wind, which is, I'm pretty sure, exactly the same as what we would have got, what we get from this normally actually. Now there's not many enemy skills here I want to learn. White Wind is one of them, and I think we'll show off around 54 MP. Ramu, you best be great for 54 MP, mind you. But yes, White Wind is one of the ones we want to get now. Obviously the next one I think is from the beach plugs, I believe, our next one. The next enemy skill I want to try and get a hold of. Thomas, it's a Zealot. It's immune to lightning damage. You absolute. I know you're right out there laughing at us. The fact that I just summoned Ramu on a Zealot. Oh, Aerith's learned Breath of the Earth now. Lovely. It's another new limit break for Aerith there now. So we'll have a set of that, and we can have a quick check to see what that does. 50% HP and gets rid of statuses. So very nice. So getting back to Costa del Sol is exactly the same way it was in the OG. We just drive into Junon, we can take the ship up. I think I can still use this old chick's house for a free rest point. Yeah, I can. Up at Junon shops, nothing interesting to be honest with you. This still just sells the same stuff as it did before. Gotta wait another disc or two before that gets upgraded. So we can just continue on our merry little way. And we're all nicely healed up. Aerith's HP looking a little bit worse for wear. But this party, I've only got this party together for the next series of events really. 3 gil? That's the cheapest bribe I think I've ever seen in a game. It's 3 gil. That's wild. I mean, we've got the gil to spare if I remember rightly. I think I've somewhere in the region of about 20,000 gil at the moment still. But yes. Didn't. Oh, the one thing I haven't done yet though. I haven't won the umbrella from the Space Square for Aerith. I will get it eventually. I might get it after this episode or something. I'll come down off screen and painstakingly attempt to get it and try and, you know, record it so it's done there. You know, you can see that I've got it legitimately. You know, blocks rain, Dale pain. But for now, I'm not as interested in the umbrella as I would be otherwise. I'm sure at some point you can get into an infinite amount of battles down here, you know. Stay out of training. No. You can actually take that all the way down to the all the way down the bottom, but you can't go anywhere as far as the reactor is concerned because, well, there's guards stopping you. I'm not just gonna let you walk into a nuclear reactor. I mean, all of our faces should be on one of the posters by now. Everyone should know. Obviously, talk to this guy if you want to leave Junon. Anyway, you can get thrown all the way out of Junon along with your buggy, which is very nice of them, very kind. So what I'm going to do now is, you talk to this guy, he says absolutely nothing. You see, you don't have to talk to him to get on, but as long as you help out with what's on the boat, you can stow away. Now I'm going to speed this up because this is I ain't about to sit here and watch the boat go all the way to Costa del Sol again. Right, I'm not that keen. Not that keen. And here we are at Costa del Sol. And there's Kate Sith just chilling by the water. Oh yeah, sure is warm. It's almost like you're a mechanical cat. Now Kate Sith probably does deserve another run out. Do I even have the Hypno Crown yet? No, why did I think I had the Hypno Crown? What in the world possessed me to think I had the Hypno Crown at this point in time? Of course I don't have the Hypno Crown. It's early doors. But our next enemy skill can be found on the beach of Costa del Sol here. I think this is the last one we want, actually. Is this one. Don't think we've got another one after this fair. For a hot minute, actually. Yes, we are looking for the beach plugs, which is not this guy, so let's get shot of this loser right now. I hate the fact I didn't give Cloud anything to actually contribute damage-wise meaningfully apart from laser to single targets. No, never mind spitting out that little thing there. Just get out, go away, thank you. Remember, with them eggs, you don't have to defeat them one at a time. Just kill the big one, they'll go. They're the same piddly experience. You can also use that beach over there. I'm just using this one here because I'm already here. So I'll get into this battle with the beach plugs, so we can learn our next enemy skill, and I'll be right back. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the beach plugs. Now I only need to keep one of these alive. The other ones can indeed very much just get bolted to oblivion. Tifa's so fast. I mean, it makes sense that Tifa's fast, I guess. Her dexterity is absolutely nutty. Her magic damage is pathetic though. There we go, Cloud. I knew you could do it. What can you steal from a beach plug, by the way, Tifa? Out of interest. Nothing. But they do have Big Guard. Now, Big Guard, if I remember rightly in this one, is slightly different to what it was in the original, but I'm not 100%. I'd have to have a look. How quick can I have a look? Yeah, it's Wall and Reflect now instead of Barrier and Magic Barrier. So, it's a little different. A little different. Situational, definitely. But still 100% usable if you're fighting something that, you know, uses a lot of magic. So now I'm going to turn battles off and auto attack off. No, definitely an auto attack one. I'll turn battles off. So do I have a talisman? Is a question I didn't know I needed to ask. I do not have a talisman. I am going to turn all the battles back on in a minute, and I'm going to get into a fight over here with a big scary harpy. And with this big scary harpy, we are going to morph it this time. Yous are not harpies. My guys, go away, please. Chance for Cloud to show off though, maybe? Kill them. Go, Cloud! I mean, he wanted to kill them. Jesus, it was an Aqualung. with a pretty decent-ish magic stat as well, I'm not gonna lie. So let's see if we can't find a harpy. Why is it easier? I'll be back when I found a harpy, guys. There we go. Why was that so difficult? Normally I'm inundated with harpies. Like, there's absolutely nothing I have here that's going to be useful in the slightest for this. Why did I have teeth for steel there? I wasn't meant to have teeth for steel. Cloud, can you white windows, please? Because Tifa's looking a little bit leaky there. I'm not going to lie. Wait, do I even have more? I swear. I'm an idiot. I forgot morph. Good chance to see what Ramu can do though. Now I guess we got another pair of atomic scissors. So after once we've seen what Ramu can do here, right, I will come back and I'll fight the harpy again off screen, and I'll just cut back to the end when I actually morph it. Just so I can, you know, do a morph actually working, which would be huge. But we get to see Breath of the Earth now, though. If he doesn't die, he didn't. I also wouldn't mind Sense. If I'm completely honest, Sense would be really nice about now. Like, Sense would be great. Dude, Aerith gets hit so hard. Like, I mean, the harpies are hard fights, but even still. So yeah, I'm gonna get another fighter with a harpy. Make sure I've got more fun this time. I don't need manipulate anymore. And we'll come back at the end where I'm actually morphing it into a talisman. So I'll take care of that and I'll be right back. And there we go. Morphed into a talisman. Beautiful, lovely jubbly. That thing wailed on me for absolutely no good reason whatsoever. But the talisman is Spirit and Luck plus 35, so it's not useless, it's not terrible. Is it worth going out your way to get now from the harpies when you can buy it? Probably not, but you know, it's there. Now you might be thinking, oh, we've already got the Mithril, we can go to the Mithril man's house. I forgot to turn off, whatever. No enemies at least. These are Gagigi Handies. They are, if I remember rightly, they're quite resistant to physical damage, but weak against magic, or am I getting these mixed up with the guys, some other guys later on in the game? Could be a bit of both. Could be a tiny weeny little bit of both. Sorry about that. Dog decided she wanted to go do lally tap at the bin men outside. So, if we walk into the Mithril man's house, say no one's here. So, still can't hand over that Mithril when we normally would, but keep a hold of it for now because it is going to be very, very important. What we got here? Another new enemy. This is Grandhorn. And I got a high potion. Oh look, I can cast slow. Does slow even do anything? Is slow even worth it at this point? Like, really? No, I didn't think so. I did not think so. Ace 2. Wow. Sorry about that. If you can hear the dog barking in the background there. Small dog, typical small dog syndrome. But you know how it is. But in these forests here, there is an encounter I am interested in. And I'm pretty sure it's easier to get it in the forest here than it is to get it, well, inside Gongaga itself. And neither of these are it, so champion. Morph. Mighty Morphin time. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I don't know why I just sang that in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song, but there you can see. Tifa's morph damage is the exact same damage as her attack now. Just to try to speed this up, or else boss fights as the one, it's going to take me so long to get the morphs, because there is some really good morphs I want to show off that can be got quite early on. Now I have to remember which way I go here, because sod's law, God forbid it, I always get fucking lost in Gongaga. Meet Gongaga. What have we got here? A Chimera bug that just casts stop on Earth. That wasn't very nice, Mr. Chimera bug. I don't know why I'm still using morph with Tifa. I've already demonstrated that morph does damage I said it does. I'm meant to be using death blow with it, but I digress. But up here we get the added cut material. Now there is a choice to be made here with death blow command counter or death blow added cut, and I do like death blow added cut. I was meant to go right. Yeah, I knew it. So yeah, death blow added cut. I'm always guaranteed the extra attack then. This little fellow, this is the enemy I was looking for. And I took the manipulate off Cloud. No, that is terrible. I do want to morph these guys. There's something I want to show you with their morph here. They morph into vaccines. You need at least one vaccine before we get to Nibelheim for the silver chocobo. That will be very important. Cloud doesn't need restore. I never use restore. I've got white wind. Why am I going to use restore? Fucking idiot. Sorry, just cussing myself out there. Yeah, we do want at least one vaccine before we get to Nibelheim. Very, very, very important. Now, I would cut out some of these battles here, but honestly, these battles take absolutely no time whatsoever. Ooh, still a spiderweb. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Spiderweb, very nice to have. Chance of inflicting slow. Morphs into an hourglass. Hourglasses suck. Chance of inflicting stop, I believe. Ooh, fire leveled up. Got fire 2 on Aerith now. So you can make some people toasty. But here we go. He's not going to say now. What about you? Where did the reactor explosion take you, husband? Here, there, and everywhere? Probably here, there, and everywhere. But this is the village of Gongaga. Now, you can ask people about the stories here, or you can just browse accessories. You can buy headbands, silver glasses, star pendant, talisman, white cape, which we haven't got yet. I do want to pick up a white cape. Fury ring, we've already got. I'll grab a Mystify material. We've got a time, we've got heal, we've got transform. None of them, particularly interesting. One white cape is always nice, but up here we have a 135th soldier. So how many of them do I have now? 2? I should have 3 if I'm not mistaken. Unless I forgot to pick up the one in Dio's showroom, which I might have. Hopefully I didn't. No, I did not. We've got 3. That is the correct amount that we should have. 3. I'm pretty sure. But this guy does sell some weapons. So a hard edge for Cloud, you know, the Grand Glove, atomic scissors, striking staff. All of it, honestly, not very good. We've had the boomerang, I sold it. We had the diamond pin, I think I sold that. Striking staff, I don't care for. We had atomic scissors that I got rid of. We had the Grand Glove, I got rid of that. The only thing that I'm tempted with here is the hard edge for Cloud and turn him back into a physical attacker, but I'm pretty happy with the way my Cloud is running at the moment. Now, if we look at the nail bite, you can sell the nail bite for 10,000, which I might. I mean, you only get one nail bite in the entire game, and it's not like it really does much. You got a Grand Glove there for Tifa. I'm never going to use. We can get rid of that. Got a diamond bangle there. Might as well get rid of that. What else have we got? I've got something else I can get rid of. My 2 atomic scissors. They're gone. I think that's it though, if I'm not mistaken. Everything else I want to keep, including me 3 cat spells. If you have a lot of money, cat spells are a really, really easy way to, well, make an insane amount of money. But I prefer the Stardust, W item Stardust trick later on to make money. Money at this point in time, it's not massively needed. Let's see. I got the nail bot. I'm never going to use it, so I'm just going to sell that. It doesn't do anything. So I'll be honest, I'd do exactly the same with, as you can see, a lot of the other materials. Mystify is confused material, by the way. And see, if I get the umbrella for Aerith, it'll be getting sold like instantly. I'm never going to use it, and it's 10 grand in my pocket. You see, this game doesn't. You don't need to have a load of money in this game, but it certainly does help to have the money in this game. Just if if there's anything that catches your eye or you want to upgrade anything, but over here we get an X potion. I think if we talk to this dude, we can rest up here as well, actually. 80 gil a night, that's not terrible, we can do that. But yeah, we get more Stardust later on. Stardust, as we saw, sells for, what was it, 50,000? We can W item a few Stardusts. And in this man's house, we can rob his white M phone. What does the white M phone do? Restores party MP. Really good if you want to run Kate Sith as a magic tank, I suppose. You can just put Kate Sith on MP restore. This is item shop. I do need to partake in some items actually. A couple of high potions would be nice. Give us some more Phoenix Downs. A couple more Echo Drops. I don't like to have all my things at a certain number. What he's on about. Tents I need at least 6 tents to be fair. Tents I use a lot of tents. In between places if I've got a heavily magic orientated team as I have now, I do tend to use a lot of tents. But this is the main house we wanted to come, and this is the only reason we brought both Aerith and Tifa with us. Your son, Zack.
Me? Gongaga.
Zack. I'm sure we can find something about Zack. Good old Zachary of Soldier. Yeah, Aerith, were you Zack's girlfriend? Well, she was. We haven't done Crisis Core yet. I would like to do Crisis Core at some point. It's not the greatest Final Fantasy game in the world, but I do like Crisis Core. I'm going to talk to Tifa first. Do you know Zack? Are you sure, Tifa? You sure you didn't have that little cowboy hat on and ride him like a horsey? Yelling, yeehaw! All night long? No? I just got lucky. I got really lucky that they experimented on me genetically. I'd say you have to be careful who you talk to here for, like, affection points for the date scene, but you really don't. Not in this version. Zack was her boyfriend. Cloud. How insensitive. Zack, soldier first class, same as Cloud. Hey, what? First class soldier wise, we've got what? Sephiroth, Angel, Zack, and Genesis. Is that all of them? I don't ever recall any more. He loved women, a real ladies man. And then you play Crisis Core. And, he's a total doofus of a puppy. Let's go, Cloud. We have to learn another enemy skill. I can't remember if there's anything else important here, but I've got a feeling that there is. And Barrett appeared from nowhere here to rant about Shinra. You got it, buddy. Once Sephiroth's dealt with, we'll stab and shoot Shinra together. Alright, so I'll cut this battle. I'll be back in a minute. And we're back. Nothing interesting happened after that battle, or in that battle for that matter. Now, you might have noticed something slightly different here. There's been no encounter with the Turks, no Rude and Reno here. But there is still the abandoned reactor, and one encounter that I would like to get around here against Dino Tank. This is Heavy Tank, and from Heavy Tank we can steal a high potion. That's not what I'm interested in. We are interested in Heavy Tank's morph, if I remember correctly. I have failed to open my notes for this episode for some reason. I can't remember how much health Heavy Tank has. Cloud, can you White Wind and change Tifa's roar, and then Aerith can change roars. In the middle, I've got mages in the front, and there we go. Punch him real hard, Tifa. Wheelie. Aerith can just keep healing. Tifa, just keep on that morph train. Now, if you don't want to use, obviously, you know, this mod that I'm using that makes it easier to morph, then obviously just use Sense or just skip some of the morphs. I mean, completely optional. The morphs aren't exactly the end of the world, but some of them are really good to the point that by the mid game I do like to have 2 physical attackers, both with morph in the team. Dude, morph them. Alright, Cloud, join in the breakdown. Yeah, 81 damage. What are you gonna do about that, huh? That's what I thought. He doesn't like Tifa, and I daresn't use Tifa's overdrive because, well, that would be silly. Bam. Nope. Okay. Come on, Tifa. Let's go, Tifa. I want to morph the Heavy Tank. I think this thing's got like 2,000 to 3,000 health. Hey, look at this. It might be even more. Oh, I'm out of White Wind. That sucks. Morph. There we go. Morphs into a gold armlet. That took way longer than it should have. But I don't think my Tifa's strength's as high as... Nah, the strength's not as high as I would like. But anyway, we get a gold armlet from that thing, which is strength 10, magic 5. Not fantastic, but if you don't want to do the grind for the solar armlets, then the gold armlets are your next best for your physical DPS. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of this episode for today. Next time we'll go into the reactor and see what's changed in there. Hopefully pick ourselves up the Titan material, and who knows, might get a few other things, bits and pieces while we're there. But until next time, this has been Thomas, and this has been Final Fantasy VII New Threat. Stay safe.
Me? Gongaga.